What's up, everybody? Kier Gomes here, and welcome back. Look, I know why you clicked on this video. You know why you clicked on this video. We all know why you clicked on this video. It's the same reason I'm making this video, guys. This here is a giant box. It's nice and heavy, and I do suspect because of the return address that it came from my warehouse, which can only mean, well, I guess it could mean anything, but what it probably means is that this box here is my personal stash of Slowhands Tortoise Backs. So this is, as far as I know, the V2 Slowhands Tortoise Backs. In fact, if you're watching this video, it means that it is, because if it's not the Slowhands Tortoise Backs in here, I'm probably not going to be posting this video. I really can't contain my excitement right now, but if you guys didn't know, Slowhands is my playing card company. We just released our second deck. It was produced by the House of Playing Cards and Pandrea. We launched our pre-order for the deck on Black Friday this year in 2020. Ran for 2 weeks. We did some amazing numbers, and the decks are finally fulfilling. And I had to have mine rushed over so that I could bring you guys this review before the official release. So in today's episode, you are going to be getting the first documented reaction of the Slowhands Tortoise Backs. As of right now, 2 people that I know of have received their decks, and that is Nick and Pandrea. So I'm a little bit late getting mine. I just can't wait to crack into this thing. So before we get started, please do drop a like on this video and subscribe if you haven't already. And without further ado, let's open it.
Let's go.
Okay, so this has to go. This is out with the old. Ooh, I do love these though. Ooh yeah. We're gonna go out with the old. This is too red. We're gonna go out with that. This seems much more appropriate. All right, and here it is. Hopefully this is the Slowhands deck, man. So embarrassing if it wasn't. Let's go. Here we go, guys. I think I'm actually more excited to open this one. And I think it's just because I was so excited for the V1, but they went through Kickstarter. The wait was so long. These, whew, I'm just so excited. Here we go. Shipping bags. Shipping bags, boxes. Those definitely sound like cards. Now I think the warehouse is still sending out the half brick boxes. So for those of you that ordered, you'll be getting yours with the half brick box. Mine, I still have to wait, so I won't be reviewing that today, but let's see. Oh, here we go. Okay, so they sent these in packs of 4, so I'm gonna have a few extra ones. That's good. Let's just get... I don't even care. I just want to get one out. Ooh. Yo. The blue came out so good. Oh my God. You guys, we got to review this deck. I got to pop it open. I got to show it to you guys. You know what? Let me let's go back to deck review mode. You know, guys, there comes a time in every YouTuber's life where he's got to sacrifice doing a full 40-minute unboxing, just drooling over a product so that he can focus on just one beautiful, beautiful product. Alright guys, so there is really nothing left for me to do here except review this deck. So if you guys want to get your first look, the internet's first look at the Slowhands Tortoise Backs, let's get into it. Alright, so here is your tuck box. Now if you guys are familiar with the Slowhands V1, we followed a very similar formula for this tuck box. We want our tuck boxes to look uniform, at least especially for the first 3 that we have planned. We want them to look very uniform. So I really, really wish I could show you guys the blue on this deck in person. It looks so good. I'm gonna try to nail the color grading on the B-roll so it's 100% accurate, but it just looks amazing. All right, so as you can see on the front, it says Slowhands. That's a new typeface, so it's different from the custom typeface that we had on the V1. This one's a little bit more modern, works better with the back design. As well, you get our new little friend. This is a tortoise version of the original Slowhands logo. Most of you are probably aware by now the Slowhands V1 logo was very similar to this, but it was a snail shell with the peace sign coming out of it. This one looks a lot sleeker with the blue. Just the contrast looks really nice with those lighter blue hues. That's not white, by the way, that's light blue. It just looks so good. One side of the deck says Tortoise Backs. And if you turn it over to the other side, it says Gomes S Nisco, obviously to represent me and Nick being the creators of this deck. I really like the sides, especially because on the V1, it looks just like that, but it says Starters Edition, and then the next one says Tortoise Back, so really like that kind of continuity. It looks good on a shelf, as you guys know. That's something that's good for me. The top of the tuck box says Slowhands, again in that new typeface. And if you turn it over to the bottom, we just put our traditional ad copy on there. All right, now the back design of the box is the back design of our new deck. So you can see, we're gonna talk more about the back design, but it incorporates a lot of similar formulas from the V1, but a completely different design. So for those of you that haven't seen the V1, this is not a blue version of my first deck. This is a completely different design, brand new. You can also see on the inside tongue flap, it says slow, steady, and natural. So it's different from the slogan that we had for the V1, but it's a different deck, different vibe, different theme. So we thought it was cool to kind of evolve the slogan, which was practice does not make perfect. That was the V1. To kind of update it. Hey guys, I literally cannot wait anymore. I'm gonna crack this deck open and we are gonna take a look at it right now. I'm so excited. I haven't seen the cards in person yet. This is literally the first time I'm gonna be opening them. Please feel good. Please look good. Well, they came out of the box good. I'm gonna give you that. Oh God, the tuck box looks so good. Oh my God. You guys. First of all, I just took the cards out of the box, and even sliding them out, the cards felt good. Now, all cards from USPCC feel good out of the box, and I'm not being biased when I say this. These ones feel fantastic. They feel as good as the first ones, maybe even a little bit softer. All right, look at how good our back design came out. Yo, this looks so damn cool. Look at that. Oh my God. So obviously the story here was the first edition being a snail as a way to kind of mascot for our brand. Using a tortoise for this one, we wanted to do a deck that had a different type of vibe to it. We were also looking for something that was a little bit more modern. So we fulfilled kind of my dream of doing a new take on the classic rider back with the V1. This one, it just felt better for us to kind of go our own way and do a completely original design. So that's why this one does not look anything like the V1. But it looks good. One thing that I hope everybody can appreciate is just the amount of texture that goes into here. Now I'm gonna get close up so you can see, but there is so many individual little thin lines that make up the texture that create this kind of illusion in the card. It almost looks like it's 3D, like the tortoise shell is kind of popping off the back. That is by design, literally by design. The colors could not have come out better. The blue that we got is just perfect. It's very vintage blue. It's like navy. There's some light blue in there though to kind of spruce it up, and it just looks so good, especially with this new typeface. Oh my God. This is honestly, and I'm not joking, this is my favorite deck. Now it is completely biased to say, and part of my bias, you know, is probably what makes this my favorite, but if I were to see it, if I had nothing to do with this deck, and I were to see it online somewhere, if I were to see it on somebody's Instagram, I would absolutely be commenting, where can I pick up that deck? It looks so good. I could keep playing with it all day, but I won't. All right, your ace of spades looks like this. So this is gonna be very reminiscent of what we did on the V1. Like I said, we kept some things in the formula the same. So we gave you that same classic Slowhands chunky pip. You guys have seen this on the V1, like I said. This is definitely going to be kind of a trademark, I think, for at least the first few editions. I really love this chunky spade pip. This was a request that I had for Nick when we first started working on V1. I wanted something that was nice and juicy on the ace of spades, and that's what we got, and it looks great. The differences, however, are that instead of a snail kind of sliming away from the ace of spades this time, it's a tortoise kind of just walking away. So literally like this. Walking away from the ace. We thought it was cute. It was nice. And then you get that same Slowhands trademark on the bottom. Ace of Spades came out really good, but this one I knew it would come out good because we literally just modified it to fit this version, but it's the V1. Now something else that I'm really stoked about with this deck is the jokers, and the reason why I'm extra stoked about it is that we intentionally have not shown the jokers anywhere yet. So if you look at the Slowhands Instagram, you won't see pictures of the V2 jokers. If you look at anything that I've put out on my Instagram, you're not gonna see anything from the V2 jokers, and we specifically did not show you those yet, so that way I could do it here on the channel. So without further ado, here are your Slowhands Tortoise Back jokers. Let's get it in focus here. Yes, so similar formula to the V1, but so much better. Check these out. So Nick hand drew a bicycle. Instead of this time being a tricycle or a big wheel, it's a regular bicycle, but with training wheels. The further along you get in your journey into cards, you need less support. So that's kind of what that's for. We also put a image of a realistic looking turtle on the bike, very similar to how we did with the big wheel on the V1. And then we put it on a sidewalk with this sewer grade kind of below it. And that served as the perfect way for us to get a reveal into one of the jokers. So if you guys remember on the V1, we had a 3 of clubs in the spokes of the tricycle. This time we have a 2 of spades sticking out from the sewer. So you can use that as a reveal for magic tricks. That was super important that we kind of kept that in there, and I think it came out really good. As well with these, you do get the normal Slowhands logo kind of to mimic USPCC in the corners, but you get a new typeface where it says Joker. Super stoked. These jokers came out mad crazy, man. I can't believe they're hand drawn. They just look so good. I am in love right now. All right, now moving on to ad cards and gaff cards. Again, to compare this to the V1, in the first edition of the Slowhands deck, we had a duplicate card, which was a 3 of clubs, and we had a double-faced card. This deck, we did want to mix it up. I think it's important not just to get creative with gaff cards, but to also provide gaff cards that are usable for magicians or just ones that people enjoy. And for that, we did listen to you guys. So we included in this one a blank-faced card, which is great for beginners, especially. You're learning those new color changes. The only thing that looks cooler than changing a card into another card is changing a card into a blank card. So threw that one in there. That is definitely a handy tool. I still use blank cards for a lot of effects that I do on camera. I even still use them live. And we threw in a duplicate 2 of spades. I like using duplicates. I think that in terms of gaff cards, it's one of the most handy, but I didn't want to do another duplicate 3 of clubs. I thought it'd be cool to switch it up, so we did the 2 of spades on this one. All right, now your spades and clubs are gonna be bicycle standard, just as you would find them on like any old deck by the USPCC, but we did change a few things up for the hearts and diamonds. So again, as you can see, spades are all same, but we did do something that I was extremely excited about doing. I've always wanted to do this, and we did change the hearts and diamonds from red to a burnt orange. Yes, that's right. You guys know me, you know I love the color orange. I love it on playing cards especially, and we went there, my friends, and it came out good. This is like it's a red orange. There's definitely, it's definitely like as red as it is orange, but it came out good. It's very vibrant. I really like that. So the hearts and diamonds are done in this nice, wonderful red-orange color, kind of burnt orange. It contrasts really good with the blue that we used on the backs. I'm in shock. I can't believe it. I mean, man, the V1 was special, and it always will be special to me, but the way that the customs on this deck came out, it's phenomenal. So Nick, if you're watching this, or whenever you see this, great job, dude. We nailed it, dude. We nailed it.
Nailed it.
Now in terms of the court cards, we have also recolored these. Now we recolored them on the V1 to look more vintage. We actually recolored them on this one to look more modern. So we made their uniforms, we doled out those blues to match the back design, swapped out the bright red for that orange color, and then we got this really nice and crisp yellow on there as well. So these court cards came out looking very nice, very. I love the faded blue with the dark orange. I just think that the color combination there came out so good. It just looks so good. On this deck, we customized the King of Hearts to look like Nick. So Nick hand drew himself as the King of Hearts. Came out really good. You guys have seen this artwork before, but with these new colors, just came out looking fuego. As well, we used me for the King of Clubs, which we also did on the Slowhands V1, and you've also seen it on the Black Roses Hotel decks. That's the V1 and then both colorways for the V2. That court card, the one of me as the King of Clubs, was actually drawn by my friend Daniel Schneider. If you guys don't know Daniel Schneider, he designs the Orbit decks. He also designs the Black Roses decks and the Remedies decks, which is the Madison Schneider mashup. He's easily one of the most talented designers I have the pleasure of knowing. He's also a great friend, and he drew me to look really good. So thank you, Daniel, for letting us use the artwork once again on these Slowhands decks. All right, now that's the deck. Aesthetically, I mean, let's just take one more look here at this back design. I know I probably had a bunch of B-roll going, but you guys, I'm so excited. If the structure of this video seems to be a lot looser, it's because literally this just showed up on my doorstep. I was not planning on receiving the package today, but I got it, and honestly, after figuring out what was in there or making the assumption that it was these, I just turned on the camera. So hopefully you guys are still enjoying this review. All right, now in terms of the handling of the cards, I can honestly say, you guys, again, I'm trying to kick my biases. These feel phenomenal. So we printed these with the United States Playing Card Company. These are on classic stock, so they're gonna be a little bit thinner than the last deck. The last deck was on premium stock. These are classic, and to be honest, I'm glad we did that. I wanted to give you guys something thinner, but crushed, like thin crushed is just too thin for me, so I wanted to do something that was still, you know, usable by my standards and to my liking, and I have to tell you guys, I think this is my new favorite card stock. I think I like this even more than premium card stock. Just listen to this. Like, are you kidding me? Just, ooh, it's silent. Oh my god. Yo, I gotta send Chandler some of these for some cardistry ASMR. If you guys want to see that happen, why don't we do this? Leave me a like and a comment, and maybe we can convince Chandler to pick up one of these for some cardistry ASMR. So yeah, guys, like I said, these are printed on classic stock. They feel really good. With the ad cards in there, they look a little thick, a little chunky, but they feel extremely soft and they feel lighter than the last deck too. So they just feel like in the hands, they feel very, very light and just crisp, just so good. Let's check the snappiness. You guys remember that? Remember you see that? Ooh! Oh, guys, you are gonna love these. Now, we did also do these as a modern cut deck, so we changed up a few things. We wanted this deck to feel more modern. So these cards faro really, really well. Ooh, they look really nice in a fan. The thing I like too about this is that the blue with the light blue, when you fan the cards and you can see that the borders are white, you can really see that light blue because it almost looks white. Like all of this in here, this is light blue. So hopefully you can see that. Now, it looks white, but then when you see it like in a fan or up against these borders, you can really tell that that is just a nice, clean, crispy light blue. Alright guys, that was the review. My mind is blown. I honestly do want to say, I do a lot of deck reviews for the regulars on my channel. Thank you, first of all, for being here. And also, you've seen me review decks. You see, I mean, and I feel like you can tell. You can tell when I review a deck if I'm really that excited about it, right? And I think those are usually the videos that are the most fun to film and the biggest headache to edit and usually the most satisfying to look back on. And for me to have the ability as a small creator, just tiny, minuscule creator in terms of my footprint, but to have the opportunity to turn on my camera and review the perfect deck of cards that I produced and that I created and that me and my friends just poured our hearts into, it's just unbelievable. Now, I know when the deck came out, I did a whole video thanking you guys. I won't drag you through it again, and I don't want to get emotional, but it's just, you know, so many of us, me included, we get on this tip, you know, we just decide like, well, I love Magic, I love playing cards, the logical next step, I want to produce my own deck, I want to have it all, you know, and not everybody gets that opportunity so quickly, and you know, for some people that's not the logical next step and it takes time, and for me, I'm so glad I waited as long as I did to put out a deck, and even further than that, I'm so glad that 2 decks into the Slowhands project, I've got nothing if not more love and clarity on the brand and what I want to do with it. And that is just thanks to you guys watching my videos and buying the decks. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Look at this, just, oh. Well guys, there you go. There you have it. That was your first look at the new Slowhands V2 Tortoise Backs playing cards by me and Nick. If you guys like these cards and you did not get in on the pre-order, the good news is these cards are available as of. So what does that mean? That means you can head over to the link in my description, which is www.elementalplayingcards.com, and pick yourself up a brand new deck of these Slowhands Tortoise Backs. I'm telling you guys, when it comes to quality, USPCC knows what they're doing. When it comes to quality of design, Nick knows what he's doing. When it comes to cards that are just dope, that I can endorse, I know what I'm doing. Honestly guys, putting the fact that this is my project aside, I stand by this deck. Like I said, if I had seen it on the internet or on Instagram somewhere, I absolutely would have figured out where I could have bought one. They look so good. They just came out so clean. Definitely think that I'm going to give the Slowhands V1 decks a rest for a while and just focus on using these bad boys. So, whew. As well, if you guys are interested in me opening the rest of the mail in that box, I think it's all just Slowhands decks. I don't think I got my half brick boxes yet. I might film something like that and just kind of put it up as some throwaway footage, or I might see exactly what I have and put together a nice little giveaway for you guys. So if you're interested in that or something of that variety, let me know down in the comments. And of course, please don't forget to drop a like on this video. I really would like to make more of these, and it helps me out when you give me that thumbs up. So tell your friends, man. If you guys like these cards and your friends love cards, tell your friends. Go pick up a deck for them. Go pick up a deck for yourself. Pick up a few for me while you're at it, because you know, you can never have too many. Thank you guys again so much for helping my dreams come true, not just as somebody who makes videos, but also as somebody with a passion for Magic. So I know I spend a lot of time behind the camera, but the time that I do spend in front of it, I have the confidence to do that because of you guys, and I have the ability to do these reviews because of you guys. So you're just the best. Thank you so much. Be on the lookout for some new stuff. In fact, Alex and I got a little something with these coming up. So if you guys want to see some Alex Pandrea madness sleight of hand with the new Slowhands deck, you better be on the lookout. I'm going to leave all the information you need down below. All right, like, subscribe, do the things, do all the things. If you guys did order your decks during the pre-order, have no fear. So for those of you that picked up your bricks, you're gonna be getting those nice half brick boxes shipped to you. For those of you that picked up 1-packs and 3-packs, you're gonna be getting those decks in the mail very soon. I was hoping before Christmas. It's not gonna happen now, but 2020, man, what can you really do? Okay, I've said goodbye to you guys like 20 times, and you'd think after this much time I would know how to end a video, but I don't. But I'm just gonna go, I'm gonna go play with these. I'm gonna go shuffle these. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah.